pretty fast. Stand by. The 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia Incorporated. Learn more right after this.
My college offers classes that meet my educational and career goals,
with opportunities outside the classroom,
where the faculty know me by name.
My college can prepare me for my career.
I can earn an associate's degree and transfer credits toward my bachelor's.
My college is a state college within the university system of Georgia.
My college is affordable.
It's close to home.
My college has online opportunities.
It's where excellence begins.
We are
GHC, Georgia Highlands College.
Welcome to Community Watch. Greg, how you doing? Yeah, I knew it. I just knew that was coming.
Hey, this is our show. This is our show.
I will do my best, but I know this is a show about you and an organization you have dedicated a serious portion of your life to.
I believe it is one of the greatest organizations existing today, specifically tailored to answer a lot of the problems that facing the African American community. And so I am a very proud member of the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia, which is part of the 106 chapters of the 100 Black Men of America.
And I have been fortunate enough to have been a participant in a lot of our partnership or activities, and so I know at least a portion of what you do as part of that organization.
We do a lot, and we're fortunate. This year we had elections. Late last year we have a new leadership team that's come on board, and they doing some great things, some exciting things, and so. Some days you have those lulls, and you have those peaks and valleys. I just think we're in one of those phases now where we have a lot of energy, a lot of new members, some young members, and I'm just excited because we do a lot of great work in the community, and we've been very fortunate with partners such as Georgia Highlands and other organizations that have made it possible for us to do some of the things that we do. So hey, whenever I can talk about the 100, that's not a problem for me.
Well. We will be back after this break to talk about the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia. I know Incorporated, and I know there's a event in particular coming up, but we'll just talk in general about what y'all are up to. And please stay with us. This will be a great show. You don't want to miss it.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to Community Watch, and we are honored to have with us today the president of the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia, Rayford Horn, and also the fundraising chair, Derek Furman. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Mr. Horn, I was kind of surprised this is the first time we've gotten you on the show before.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So we finally made it.
Thank you.
I feel good about that.
Hey,
that's good.
Progress.
That's it.
Well, I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those shows where I ask a question and then I can kind of sit back and y'all will take it all from there, and I can kind of just listen and enjoy. But we'll see.
You do that a lot. Anyway,
the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia is an organization that has been active in this community how many years now?
22.
20,
That's correct.
22 years?
Yes.
And I mean, just from watching as an outsider, I see so many of the things that the organization participates in. But I know that there are particular missions that the organization focuses on. Mentoring, I know, is one of those areas. What are the other areas?
Some of the other areas that we have is our education piece, where we have certain pillars under education, such as our foundation camp, our robotics program, and also our some of our other activities that we do under education. Mm-hmm. So we have that. Also, we have our economic development program. Our economic development program kind of concentrates on certain areas such as financial literacy and also entrepreneurship. Also, we have our other programs such as
health and wellness.
Health and wellness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a health and wellness program where we have an annual event called Health Initiative for Men, which is held typically in August, where we concentrate on our African American men primarily, but this year we're opening it up to our women and also our youth. And this year we're having an event called Him Plus. So we're looking forward to that. We're trying to think outside the box on those type of activities, and hopefully we'll have a great turnout this year.
Well, I know that event has been a remarkable and huge event in the years that it's been offered. As I don't know, I'm sure you know exactly how many folks have gone through that health initiative, but I know that it's been an impressive number.
Yes, it has.
And has literally saved lives.
Yes.
We average about, well, you hate to say it this way, but we average about 2 diagnoses a year. And so you figure, you can say that's 2 lives saved per year in our annual screening. And so we've been doing that. This is our 13th year, I think, for him. So you've just looking at about 26 lives. And some years we have more than that. So that's been very successful. And we've had roughly about 1,500 people come through that program. So it's been very successful.
So in addition to health and wellness, I guess we should talk about the education piece a little bit. I know mentoring has always been part of the core of what the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia have been about. So tell me a little bit about that. I know you've done it in different locations and different ways over the years. Well, first of all, why is it that mentoring is so important to the organization?
Mentoring is very important to our organization because it's basically the centerpiece of what the 100 Black Men is all about. Catering to young African American and other minority races is basically the centerpiece of what we do, and it's very important that we cater to that group, mainly because that's where the most help is needed. From education to mentoring to educate our youth.
And what age, is there an age group you focus on, or?
Typically, for the most part, we typically geared towards anywhere between 7 and 18 years old is what we gear towards for as our youth.
But a couple of years ago, President Horn is exactly right. We mainly focus on students in the K through 12 system. But a couple of years ago, we changed the model, mentoring across a lifetime, and that our main focus is K through 12. But as you know, part partnerships is B2B.
That is correct. Good point. Yes.
Students need mentoring in college as well, and when they grow, I still have a mentor. So I mean, so it's really across a lifetime. But as President Horn said, it's that K through 12 piece that we focus on the most. But I look at you as a mentor.
Well, I don't know what to say about that, but thank you. I know that the 100 has done a tremendous service to our Brother to Brother initiative at the college, and in fact, you were there from the beginning when we first started talking about doing this initiative, and really that partnership was part of the organization's very start. I mean, that initiative, which is to increase the number of minority men who are attending college and making sure they stay in college and graduate, that initiative has done quite well and would not have been nearly as successful without the 100's participation at every level. So I have to thank you for that.
But hey, that's why we have these great men. I mean, it is. It's been a great relationship for us. But I'm curious, because I'm a play the host role. I'm curious, Brother Furman and President Horn, for people out there looking who, because everybody, we want to believe that everybody know the 100 is a household name. But what is it about the 100 that drew you to the organization? Because some people may be, I'm quite sure there's some people on the fringes. Some people may want to know more about the 100. But what was it about the organization that you two said, I think this is something I want to belong to?
Well, for myself personally, it was mainly to be able to give back. I wish I'd had an organization like this as I was growing up, but I didn't. So for me, I see a lot of kids out there, and I see that a lot of them don't have a male figure at home. So for me, it was just a way to give back, a way for me to volunteer my services. I have a little extra time, and plus I enjoy being with kids. So it was just a way for me just to feel like I was giving something back, even though I'm not from the community, but I feel like I'm giving back to the community and to help it grow.
You are from the community. We serve 5 counties, so we changing it too.
Okay.
Rome, Cartersville, but anyway.
To kind of piggyback on what Brother Furman said is basically giving back to the community. One of the things that I realized, say 10 years ago, is my heart is giving back to the community. I love helping out, helping people, giving back to not only the youth but anyone who is in need. And for me, and I may get in trouble in saying this, I'm actually part of a fraternity, and basically I think the 100 Black Men organization is more personable. You have a diverse group of individuals, whether you're in college, you have a college education or not. It's a group of people that comes together and just wants to give back, regardless of what your background is, regardless of what your educational background is. We're all brothers together, and that's what drew me to the 100.
Well, I know Greg has talked about how the membership has grown in the last year or two, substantially, I guess, which is a great sign for an organization, and I know it's something that you're pleased about. So hopefully there'll be some men watching the show that will think, maybe this is time. Maybe this is the time for me to get involved. So a little later in the show, we'll talk about how they might do that. Well, what they need to do that. I know we're coming up on a break in a little bit here, and you have a fundraising opportunity coming up very soon. So we want to spend some time talking about that and all of these things that the 100 participates in. And we really just mentioned a couple require funding. And y'all do some amazing things with the money that you raise. So this is an important fundraiser because it is a fundraiser that's really going to make a difference in the communities that you serve.
Right.
So stay with us. We will be right back with a lot more. Do not go away.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We're having a conversation about the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia. And our guests are Rayford Horn, who is the current president of the organization, and Derek Furman, who is the fundraising chair. And there is a fundraiser coming up really soon. What is that?
It's actually our golf challenge that we do every year.
So that's a traditional thing.
Yes, it's the John Stevenson Golf Classic.
I think it's the 11th annual.
Yes.
Yeah, the 11th annual John Stevenson Golf Classic. Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're hoping to have a full field of golfers, which would be about 132 golfers. We're getting names in every day. We're going to have prizes. We're going to serve lunch. We're going to have a few games. We're going to make it a fun event, and we're looking to really grow it this year.
And what is the date?
The date is going to be the 21st.
21st. So that's
May
that's
21st.
coming up.
That's 2 weeks.
Just a few days from now.
Yes.
That's right.
You on the team?
Am I?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a losing team right there.
Well, you can't lose. But you can't lose at our fundraiser because even when you don't necessarily take first, you win because you're supporting a good cause.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how we look at it. You don't want to lose us that day. We're supporting great programs like robotics, which has been winning awards year after year. We have a great program there ran by Ricky Wims and his wife Pam. Foundation Camp, with the B2B. So the money raised goes directly back into our programs. And up to this point, for 22 years, we've been pretty consistent that just about all of our programs have been free of charge. And so you're talking about some huge expenses, but we never want money to be a barrier for a kid not participating. So this is a huge fundraiser in that regard.
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned that the robotics has been an award-winning program, and you don't mean just local awards. You mean
state and national.
And national, yeah.
that's serious.
Yeah. we serious.
How many teams are there now? I know there's several.
Well, it fluctuates. We have to. It's based on the demand. But at one point, we were operating about 5 to 6 teams. This year, I think we filled about 3 teams. But it's really based on the need. We try to. If kids come, we try to make sure we can put them on the team.
So I know it's coming up close to the date of the event, but is it still possible to get involved in it?
Yes, it's possible all the way up to the day. If you want to play that day, show up that day. We'll get you signed up.
Yeah.
We'll work with you.
So you can sign up as an individual. Do you have to have a team?
No, it's a team. It's a 4-man team.
Okay.
It's a 4-man team.
But if you want to play,
we can get you on a team.
We can put you on a team. If I have to dust off my clubs to play with you, Brother Horn has been practicing.
Yeah.
So if
if
we got some individuals who want to play that day but don't have a team, we encourage them to still come off. We'll put them on the team.
Yeah, don't let that hold you back.
So the teams. I'm just trying to understand how this works. So the teams. There is a fee to have a team participate, and that's how that works.
Yes.
Beyond the teams participating, are there opportunities for sponsorships or other ways to donate?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes, we have several different ways. You can, your team sponsorship. We have whole sponsorships. I mean, at Georgia Highlands, like he said, Georgia Highlands has a team, and you're on it. Even though you didn't know that.
That's what the president said.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have corporate sponsors. We've been very fortunate to have some corporate sponsors that have been there every year, like Floyd, Redmond, Georgia Pacific, Georgia Power. So we have some people, but it's always opportunities. Yeah. And I think the team fee is
$500.
$500, $125 a player.
$125 a player.
And whole sign sponsorship is $150.
$150, yes.
$150 for a whole sign.
Actually, let me clear that up. It's $500, $125 a player. We did have it marked down if it was paid for by the 7th, but then that date's passed now. So
deadline is passed. Yeah.
So it's $125.
And so even if an individual just want to donate, they can do that as well. Even if they don't want to play, but they want to help contribute to the programs that we have, they can still contribute to the event. And if you have organizations or companies that just want to provide some prizes for our different games, they can do that. So we're open. Brother Furman, the fundraising chair, is not turning away any donations.
No.
So someone or some organization is watching the show and they want to know how to make the connection so they can participate or donate. How do they do that?
They can contact me at my email, which is furmandl73@gmail.com, or they can reach out to the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia.
At our website.
Facebook.
Instagram.
We're on all social media.
All right. Yeah. So there are a lot of ways.
Yes.
We will run through some of those ways again at the end of the show. But seriously, this event, this fundraiser, is so essential to the valuable programs that you do. And I hope we are getting that message across well, because organizations, individuals who care about the community, who care about really the northwest corner of the state, because you're, how many counties? Five counties. There's so many things that the 100 has done to change lives, to change and save lives.
Let me piggyback on that for a minute, second, Doc. Because one thing the 100, we was taught when I joined years ago by our former chairman, Thomas Dortch. The 100 is a workhorse organization, not a show horse organization, which means we're not out there a lot bragging about what we do. So a lot of what we do is done on individual basis, behind the scenes. And that modesty, a lot of times, I think, prevents us from really, because we don't really market. We don't have a marketing budget. We don't really, because that's not what we do. We're about working individually with kids. And so a lot of times the services we provide go unbeknownst to the community. But those services cost money. And so one thing that part of the leadership team we talked about is that we have to do a better job of telling our story. Because we've done things for this community for 22 years, and a lot of people still don't even know some of the things that we do, because we're not a publicly, braggadocious type organization. We're very laid back, behind the scenes, helping young men and women in the community. And so this fundraiser is huge because it does allow us to do a lot of programs and services that we provide.
And it's a true investment in the community. That's right. So I mean, that's the thing that seems to me is the message that I hope we're getting out today. Organizations who are individuals who are part of the community, any of these communities in this area, need to invest in the 100, because it will benefit them in so many ways they aren't even aware.
It all comes right back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Every bit of it comes right back.
That's right.
I guess I'm more aware of the mentoring services, because that's where our partnership is most involved. But the stories I've heard from the health initiative, actually, we did one show with guests whose lives had been saved.
Absolutely.
It's hard to put a price on that.
That's right.
I'm expecting some major donors to step up and put some money in this golf tournament.
Well, we hope.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But when you talk about it, and I'm quite sure Brother Horn and President Horn and Brother Furman can attest to this, it's something about, and let's be honest, young African American males in particular have really been vilified in society. And when they get to be age 13, 14, 15, 16, a lot of people are afraid of them, don't want to deal with them. They can be a hard group. And that's where organizations like the 100 come in, because, prison doesn't solve problems. And if we can get those young men and get them in programs before they get there, maybe we can save some of them. And so, we have to be honest. We have issues and we have problems in some of our communities here in Rome. And those services are vital, but it costs money to provide services. And we do a lot of exposure. We're very fortunate to have relationships. We can take kids to Atlanta to the theater. Yeah. We can take them and do different things. So it's very critical that we're able to raise funds, because we provide a lot of these services. I mean, all of these services are provided free of charge.
Yeah. And we've mentioned but haven't talked much about Foundation Camp, which is coming up also very soon, and that's an expensive endeavor. I know, Mr. Horn, you've had the Foundation Camp experience. I don't know that you have yet, Mr.
No,
Horn.
I haven't. It's my first year.
Okay, well,
it's my first year.
Get ready.
You will have a great time.
This is my first year.
You have a great time.
It is a labor of love.
Yes, it is.
But the Foundation Camp, which is a partnership again with the college and the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia, serves 120 roughly young men, ages 10 to 14, at that camp, and has, for us, is our 11th year. So clearly, this is a busy organization that needs community support so you can continue doing the great work that you've done for so many years. And
absolutely.
I need to thank you for everything that you do and get involved with in the communities. And the best way that maybe you can help is to participate in this tournament coming up. We're coming up on a break shortly. When we come back, I'll give you some more information about how you can reach out and participate with this golf tournament or make a donation. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
My college offers classes that meet my educational and career goals,
with opportunities outside the classroom,
where the faculty know me by name.
My college can prepare me for my career.
I can earn an associate's degree and transfer credits toward my bachelor's.
My college is a state college within the university system of Georgia.
My college is affordable.
It's close to home.
My college has online opportunities.
It's where excellence begins.
We are
GHC, Georgia Highlands College.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We've been talking with Rayford Horn, the president of the 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia, and Derek Furman, who is a fundraising chair, about all of their activities, but in particular the golf challenge that's coming up on May 21st. Is that correct? 21st?
Yes.
John Stevenson.
John Stevenson. You need to get a team together and participate or make a donation. Any kind would be great, but a huge one would be really great. For information on making that connection, go to the 100 website, 100bmor.org, or Facebook, 100 Black Men of Rome, Northwest Georgia page, and get more information there. Thank you, and thank you for being with us this week. We'll see you next time on Community Watch.